When was the last time you set a goal or started a project, only to give up as soon as the first difficulties appeared? Inconsistency is one of the common ways self-sabotage manifests, but it's possible to break free from this destructive behavior. Are you ready for more success? Welcome to Mind Journey, your source for learning, entertainment, and fun on all things related to the human brain and psyche. In this video, we're going to explore the different disguises of self-sabotage and what you can do to break free from these destructive behaviors. Self-sabotage can take many forms, but some of the most common ones are: 1. Inconsistency. If you don't finish the task, you don't have to judge whether you did it well or not. Maybe you could do well, but you don't know how to handle success. In this way, self-sabotage protects people from success when they believe they don't deserve it. 2. Denying your needs. Another common way of self-sabotaging is denying yourself what you need. You hide your true desires by saying things like, "It doesn't matter," "I don't want it," or "I'm not interested." It's a way to protect yourself from disappointment, so you don't have to accept that you need to work to improve your skills. It prevents disappointment, but it also blocks success and the possibility of achieving greater things and getting recognition for them. It's very important to learn the difference between truly not wanting something and wanting it, but being afraid you won't get it. When you recognize this difference, you can start protecting yourself from your own self-destructive behavior. 3. Procrastination. Leaving everything until the last minute is one of the most effective ways to fail in both your personal and professional life. It's a toxic habit because it gives you the false impression that you're on top of everything when you're actually just postponing your to-do list. Procrastination is a defense mechanism because it protects you from feeling incompetent, but it also prevents you from seeing what you're really capable of. Essentially, it makes you feel like you're working on your goals when you're not. 4. Making excuses to avoid decisions. Making decisions gives you a degree of responsibility for what happens, depending on the importance of the decision. Self-sabotage protects you from accepting that responsibility by making you avoid decisions. Avoiding decisions is another mask that self-sabotage wears. You prevent yourself from taking control of your own life and using your voice to clearly state your decision. It also forces you to take a spectator role in your own life, reinforcing the idea that you're not good enough for more. Fighting self-sabotage can be difficult since it likely involves habits and thought patterns built up over many years or even from childhood. It requires effort, patience, and practice. Fortunately, there are many tools you can use. In this short video, we can't go into detail, but we can offer some practical advice that will hopefully inspire further research. These tools are immediately applicable, and you can find links to resources in the description below. Causes of self-sabotage. A very common cause of self-sabotage is low self-esteem. Low self-esteem can also have many causes, often stemming from childhood and being reinforced by negative inner voices or self-talk. Your inner voice. We all have an inner monologue running constantly. It's like having a little version of yourself sitting on your shoulder, whispering in your ear. As you watch this video, there's an inner voice running simultaneously. It might talk about what other people have said or done. It might be about what you need to do or remember. Maybe you usually don't notice it because it's always there. Your self-talk creates your reality, your self-perception, your way of seeing others, and your perception of your work life and career. Even if you don't notice it, it's there all the time. And what it says matters. If it just reminds you to stop by the supermarket on your way home, that's fine. But if it becomes negative, it will influence your entire self-perception. Can you relate to this? Do you criticize yourself all the time? Do you easily get disappointed in yourself? Is there a part of you that holds you down? Do you struggle to accept failures and setbacks without feeling inadequate? This is destructive to self-esteem and leads to self-sabotage. Fortunately, you can do something about it. As you probably already know from your own life, there's a big difference between constructive criticism and destructive criticism. And it's no different when it comes to self-criticism. Turning negative self-talk into constructive criticism. To solve a problem, you need to pay attention to it. Here's a practical way to focus on your inner negative monologue. The template can be downloaded as a Google Doc via the link in the description below. In the first column, write down the things you notice you say about yourself. In the second column, categorize your self-talk. In the last important column, rewrite your self-talk with a rational, neutral view of the situation, without self-criticism. Now say the new statements out loud and notice the change in how it makes you feel. Make this exercise a habit, and over time, you will experience a change in the way your inner voice talks to you. Ways to combat self-sabotage. Sometimes you feel like you can't do anything right, so you might as well keep sabotaging yourself. In those moments, it can be helpful to follow Confucius' teaching. When it is obvious that goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals. Adjust the steps to reach them. In other words, set achievable sub-goals. Maybe your goal is to run 10 kilometers every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but if you're completely untrained, that's the monumental goal. The chance of giving up running entirely after a short time is high when you're out of breath on the first Monday with 7 kilometers still to go. So, maybe you should just start by setting a goal to get into your running gear and hit the road on those 3 days for the next 3 months, without a distance goal. Maybe you'll only run 100 meters at first, but you'll reach your goal. You got into your running gear and hit the road. After 3 months, it's become a habit, and now the next sub-goal could be to run 1 kilometer each of the 3 days. These are achievable goals that will help build your confidence with a series of successes. The chance of self-sabotage, in the form of inconsistency, will then drastically decrease. When you achieve your goals, incorporate your successes into your new positive mindset. Wow, I managed to run 3 days in a week. I can do it. Journaling. Another effective way to work on yourself, your self-esteem, and self-sabotage is journaling. It's easy to start journaling. Always have your journal and a pen ready, so you can write whenever you feel like it and have something you want to put into words. Set aside a few minutes, or more if you like, to write every day. Make it a pleasant time, in a quiet corner, with some music and a good cup of tea or coffee if you prefer. A time you look forward to because you're doing something good for yourself. Your journal doesn't need to follow any specific structure or have specific content. The paper is yours alone, and you decide what goes on it. You can write, draw, doodle, and do whatever you want. You're not writing for anyone else, just for yourself. Write the thoughts and feelings that occupy you. Here are some of the benefits of journaling. Journaling helps to reduce stress. Journaling may boost health and well-being. Journaling encourages space from negative thoughts. Journaling provides a way to process emotions. Journaling can help you figure out your next step. Journaling deepens self-discovery. Journaling in general has many benefits, but if you focus on self-sabotage, here are some prompts that could be useful. What is coming up for me in this moment? What is making me not take action on my goals today? What am I most afraid of in relation to this goal? What one small thing will move me closer to my goal today? What could I list as small wins today? What can I be grateful for today? What can I do to celebrate my small wins today? You can find a resource link in the description. Overusing, or even being addicted to, social media can also be a form of self-sabotage. It can take time away from what you really should be working on. It can be a distraction that keeps you from reaching your goals. We have a more in-depth video on this topic here on our channel. In the description, you can find links to the resources used in this video, as well as links to websites that offer more detailed tools to help you break free from self-sabotage and addiction. If you found useful tips in this video, consider subscribing so you don't miss our latest videos on the brain and mind. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.